You find yourself staring at the ceiling again. It's 3 a.m., and your mind is caught in a loop of overthinking you can't quite name. There's a weight in your chest, even though nothing in your external world has gone wrong. This is the modern paradox. You've checked the boxes, you're following the routine, and by every social metric, you should be at ease. Yet that internal tranquility feels further away than ever. Soon, the symptoms start appearing in your social life. Conversations that used to be easy now feel forced. Long-standing relationships begin to feel superficial, as if you're suddenly seeing through a performance that everyone else is still participating in. Most people will tell you this is just burnout. They'll say you're tired or that you're losing interest in your hobbies. But those explanations don't quite account for the specific timing of this restlessness. Consider the possibility that this sudden urge for isolation serves a specific function. It follows a pattern often seen when a person is being steered toward a path they haven't yet recognized. There is a logic to this discomfort. Before a higher power can introduce a state of genuine peace, it must first create a friction with your current environment. You are being made uncomfortable with where you are so that you finally have the motivation to look elsewhere. Divine redirection operates through a process of detachment. To move toward a new trajectory, you have to be disconnected from the one that is no longer serving your growth. This brings us to the first signal, social shedding. You might notice connections dissolving for no apparent reason. There's no conflict and no drama. People simply drift away, leaving you in a state of sudden, quiet isolation. In this diagram, the central node represents your focus. The vibrating lines are the noise of the world. At its peak, it drowns out internal clarity. As those lines sever, the stage is cleared. This silence stabilizes your mind, making you ready for new guidance. This leads to the second signal, the unseen anchor. Even while you feel entirely alone, a quiet, unshakable whisper persists in your mind. It's an internal assurance that, despite the chaos of the transition, everything is moving towards a resolution. This is different from willpower. Willpower is a resource that we use up until we're exhausted. This internal strength, however, seems to renew itself, staying steady even when you feel you have nothing left to give. This resilience is the evidence of a deeper trust. It is the sign of a connection that remains intact even when your external world feels like it is falling apart. Once the old connections are cleared, the process enters a new phase. Your actual cravings and desires begin to shift in a way you didn't plan. You might find yourself reaching for the sound of a bhajan or feeling a sudden magnetic pull towards a temple. Even simple acts, like repeating a divine name, start to offer a level of comfort that you used to seek in social gatherings. Here is that shift. The erratic wave of daily stress aligns with a steady, divine frequency. As they synchronize, they form one powerful wave of focus. This replaces the void of social shedding. You trade superficial connections for deep spiritual gravity. This internal rewiring is the final step of the redirection. It changes what you want at a fundamental level, ensuring that you stay drawn toward peace rather than returning to the noise you just left. When you look at the symptoms through this lens, the narrative changes. The late-night overthinking and the isolation are no longer signs of a crisis. They are the indicators of active guidance. The presence of these signals suggests that you are not alone in this transition. You are being held by a process that is moving you toward a more stable version of yourself. Our natural habit is to fight this. We try to fix the restlessness by clinging to the very things that are trying to leave us, fearing that the silence means we've been forgotten. The most effective response is to stop the resistance, allow the social shedding to happen, embrace the quiet and the new cravings for devotion, and trust the direction the process is taking you. These disruptions are an invitation to a higher state of clarity. If you felt these signs in your own life, acknowledge that presence. Write Jai Shri Krishna in the comments to join others on this same path, and let the redirection lead you to the peace you've been seeking.